So those can be really, really core, powerful, painful wounds that often derive from childhood. And so
Mhm,
we develop all of these different behavioral patterns that seem maladaptive and
mhm,
counterproductive in order to try to block away from feeling those core emotional wounds.
mhm, mhm.
Um, Ultimately, again, from a nervous system perspective as well, if you're always in that kind of fight, flight, sort of higher and lower, in order to kind of feel like the happiness, you'd have to start doing something more and more extreme, more and more extreme, which is often quite often why people then if they turn to like cocaine and drug addiction,
Mhm,
you know, they that when if you was to think about your nervous system being on a baseline here, and sort of like coffee brings you up to 100 and then you have to go down to 100 because your body it looks to try to regulate it back to the baseline.
uh-huh,
So you create hormones to bring you back down to kind of level it out.
mhm,
Yeah. So
mhm.
you get coffee a spike and then your hormones come in and to bring you back down and then to try and level it out. But with cocaine it brings you up to 1,000, right?
Awesome. Uh-huh.
So then you've got to go down 1,000 before you can
Mhm,
start coming. And the thing is, then if you're doing it again from a baseline where your start point is lower here, 1,000 is only going to bring you up halfway, you know, and it's going to take you
okay,
further down.
okay.
Like it doesn't go back unless obviously you give your body the opportunity to have a long period of time where it can self-regulate itself
Like really.
to that baseline again. As I
Uh-huh.
said, like breaking the trauma bond, it takes about a year, and depending on your level of addiction, uh, again, it can take a longer period of time depending on how much of a stimulant you've been regularly taking on a consistent basis, you know.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
just appreciating that, like for people that haven't ever had addiction, you know, when they've gone up and then they've come down, like this is where they are now. Like they're not anywhere near close to where you are on the regulation, you know. So and often, quite often, when we're in this very deep sort of negative withdrawals of this fixes, you know, these are when our more kind of like, you know, sort of like doing self-harm or like pornography or self like and also like promiscuous behavior, you know, these sort of like it when you're looking in that feeling that negative, you
Mhm,
need to do more kind of extreme things to try to get you back up. So
mhm.
yeah, and just and appreciating as well, you know, like it's a mechanism that's trying to help and protect your nervous system to get you back onto regulation.